Have you ever lain awake for hours, counting each ticking sound of the clock? You close your eyes, yet your mind refuses to rest, and before you know it, it is 2 in the morning. As a physician caring for the elderly for over 25 years, Dr. Sam Wells, have met thousands of patients like this, and believe me, insomnia at 60 is not an inevitable part of aging. It is simply the body's gentle way of saying it needs to be heard, nurtured, and cared for with more tenderness and understanding. Sleep is the time when the body repairs itself at 60. Rest is not just about sleeping. It is the key to renewing the mind, stabilizing the heart, and restoring the muscles. Yet many people believe that sleep only comes from pills or from lying down and waiting. The truth is, good sleep begins with how you prepare your body, especially with what you eat before bedtime. I still remember one of my patients, Mrs. Anna, 65 years old. She told me, "Doctor, I find it so hard to sleep. I've tried all kinds of pills, but I still wake up in the middle of the night." When I asked what she ate for dinner, she smiled and said, "Just a cup of tea and a few biscuits." That seemingly harmless habit was actually the reason her sleep was restless. The body of an older person needs gentleness, but it must not lack nourishment. The right evening snacks can help the body produce more serotonin and melatonin, two natural substances that help us fall asleep easily and sleep deeply. For example, a little yogurt with walnuts can help you absorb tryptophan, which is the precursor to serotonin, or a slice of banana with almond butter provides magnesium and potassium to relax the muscles and stabilize the heartbeat. Even a small bowl of warm oatmeal before bed is an excellent choice, as it helps maintain stable blood sugar levels and encourages the natural production of melatonin. I often tell my patients, sleep does not come from forcing your eyes closed, but from treating your body kindly before you lie down. A warm, light meal, a slow breath, a moment of gratitude before sleep. Sometimes that is a more powerful remedy than any sleeping pill. Let me share this from experience. Those who care for themselves with even the smallest attention, like choosing the right bedtime snack, are the ones who sleep better, wake up brighter, and live longer. Turning 60 is not the end of peaceful nights. It is simply the beginning of learning again how to love your body with patience, understanding, and gentle care. So tonight, before you turn off the light, ask yourself, what does my body need to truly rest? It may be just a small bowl of oatmeal, a slice of ripe banana, or a warm glass of milk. Sometimes, the secret to deep sleep is not found in the bed, but in the quiet kitchen, where you choose to nourish yourself with love and stillness. As we grow older, our bodies begin to change in subtle ways we may not notice. One of the biggest changes is the decline of melatonin, the hormone produced by the brain to signal that it is time to rest. In your 20s, simply lying down could bring sleep easily. But past 60, that process is no longer as simple. Many of my patients tell me the same story. I go to bed early, but I just cannot fall asleep. Some drift off for a few hours only to wake up in the middle of the night, not knowing why. They try reading, listening to music, counting their breaths. Yet sleep remains stubbornly out of reach. I understand that feeling. When the body is tired but the mind stays awake, when the night stretches on like a quiet struggle. The cause is not only age but also lifestyle. As we grow older, the body produces less melatonin. Yet we often face many things that disrupt sleep. Blue light from screens, late dinners, or even a cup of coffee in the afternoon. All these cause the internal body clock to go out of rhythm. And when the body no longer recognizes the time to rest, sleep becomes shallow, easily disturbed by the smallest sound. What few people realize is that nature has already given us simple gifts to restore that rhythm. No sleeping pills or complicated therapies are needed. Sometimes it is just familiar. Natural foods that help the body produce melatonin and serotonin again, the two dear friends of restful sleep. I have seen remarkable changes in patients after only a few weeks of following a mindful bedtime diet. When they added some oatmeal, a few walnuts, or a glass of warm milk to their evening routine, their sleep gradually became whole again. They no longer woke up at night or felt headed in the morning. So, if you are facing long, sleepless nights, do not think it is something unavoidable. Your body has not lost the ability to sleep. It is simply waiting for you to give it the right signals, the natural nourishment that restores its rhythm of rest. And sometimes, It all begins with a simple evening meal, chosen with understanding and love for yourself. Instead of turning to sleeping pills, which only make you drift off temporarily without truly allowing your body to rest, try listening to your body in a more natural way. In more than 20 years of working with older adults, I have learned that our bodies have an incredible ability to heal themselves and regain their natural rhythm of sleep when they are nourished properly. Sleep cannot be forced. It is like a gentle stream, and melatonin is the small spring that leads us into deep rest. When we eat the right foods, the body produces this hormone naturally, softly, without the need for medication. The wonderful thing is that you do not need elaborate or expensive meals. Just a few simple bedtime snacks, the kind nature has already prepared, can gently guide you back to the peace you once knew. Tonight, I want to share with you 7 kinds of evening snacks, familiar foods that hold a special power, helping your body relax, stimulating melatonin production, and lulling you into deep, natural sleep. This is not a trick or a passing trend. It is a harmony between science and natural wisdom. A simple, wholesome, and compassionate way for you to reclaim the peaceful nights you deserve. When people talk about sleep, they often think it only means closing the eyes and resting. But in truth, sleep is a delicate biological process controlled by a series of chemical reactions in the body. At the center of this process is melatonin, the hormone known as the gatekeeper of sleep. Melatonin does not appear on its own. It is formed through a chain of biological reactions that begin with tryptophan, an amino acid found in foods such as milk, oats, bananas, and walnuts. When you eat these foods, your body absorbs tryptophan and converts it into serotonin, a neurotransmitter that stabilizes mood and creates a sense of calm and relaxation. When darkness falls, serotonin is further converted into melatonin, the signal to the brain that it is time to rest. In other words, what you eat throughout the day, especially in the evening, not only nourishes your body, but also determines how you enter sleep. If you consume foods high in caffeine, sugar, or those that are hard to digest, your body must work too hard, interrupting the chain of melatonin production. But if you choose gentle foods rich in tryptophan, magnesium, vitamin B6, and calcium, you are quietly activating the body's natural sleep mechanism, almost as if you are teaching it how to rest again. Science calls this the circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock that regulates our cycle of wakefulness and sleep. When we are young, this clock functions smoothly, but as we age, especially after 60, the rhythm begins to slow down. Melatonin production decreases, and sleep becomes lighter and more easily disturbed. The good news is that nature has already given us the answer. Instead of forcing the body to sleep with medication, we can teach it again by eating the right foods at the right time. A warm glass of milk rich in tryptophan, a small serving of oats containing natural melatonin, or a few slices of banana providing magnesium and vitamin B6. All of these are gentle messages to the body saying, it is time to rest. I often tell my patients that sleep is not a reward, but a natural right of the body. And when you learn to nurture it with the right nourishment, you are not only helping yourself sleep better, but also restoring the balance that aging has quietly taken away. Deep sleep does not come from force, but from harmony between the body and nature. And it all begins with something very simple: what you eat and when you eat it. 1. Oats. The warmth of sleep born from nature. There are evenings when a small, warm bowl of oatmeal is enough to make you feel embraced by the gentle breath of rest. Oats are not only a breakfast food for older adults, they are a comforting companion at night. Within each grain lies a natural source of tryptophan, the amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin, the neurotransmitters that calm the mind and tell the brain it is time to sleep. When eaten before bedtime, the slow carbohydrates in oats help tryptophan enter the brain more easily, making its effect even stronger. Moreover, oats are easy to digest and do not cause bloating or discomfort, a common concern for many older adults who eat late. Its mild flavor and natural sweetness are like a soft reminder that peace often comes from the simplest things. I often advise my patients to cook oats with a little warm milk or add a few slices of ripe banana. This combination is not only delicious but also doubles the amount of tryptophan and magnesium, two essential elements that ease the body into deep sleep. A warm bowl of oatmeal each night, consistently for a few weeks, can mark the beginning of a journey back to restful nights. 2. Bananas. The fruit that signals it is time to rest. If there is one fruit that is both familiar and powerful in healing sleep, it is the banana. Beneath its simple yellow skin lies a treasure trove of nutrients for natural sleep: tryptophan, vitamin B6, and magnesium. Tryptophan, as I have mentioned, is the precursor to serotonin and melatonin, the two friends that regulate mood and sleep. Vitamin B6 acts as the activator, helping the body convert tryptophan more efficiently. Magnesium, a mineral often deficient in older adults, relaxes the muscles, eases tension, and prepares the body for rest. Many of my patients have been surprised to find that with just one small banana before bed, they could fall into a deeper, more restful sleep. There is nothing miraculous about it. It is simply nature doing what it was designed to do when we listen and choose the right foods. Another interesting fact: bananas contain light carbohydrates that help tryptophan cross the blood-brain barrier more effectively. Therefore, by eating just one ripe banana about an hour before bedtime, you are gently signaling to your body that it is time to rest. 3. Warm milk, the classic drink backed by science. Many of us have heard the old advice: drink a warm glass of milk before bed. Though it may sound like a simple folk remedy, modern science has proven that it truly works. Milk contains tryptophan, the amino acid that forms the foundation for producing serotonin and melatonin. More importantly, milk is rich in calcium, the mineral that helps the brain use tryptophan effectively to create melatonin. In other words, calcium is the key that unlocks the door, allowing tryptophan to do its work. Drinking warm milk brings relaxation, not only through chemistry, but also through body memory. The gentle warmth slightly raises your body temperature, signaling to the nervous system that you are safe and cared for. The perfect state for melatonin release. I often tell my patients to turn this into a bedtime ritual. Not rushed, not mixed with television or phones. Sit quietly, hold the cup with both hands, let the warmth spread through your skin, and feel your body slowing down. This is more than nourishment. It is harmony between body and mind, a natural way for sleep to come peacefully. 4. Kiwi - the little star of natural sleep. Among the fruits studied for their effect on sleep, kiwi stands out. A study in Taiwan once showed that people who ate 2 kiwis before bed fell asleep 35% faster and slept 13% longer overall. Those numbers are not a coincidence. They come from the powerful natural compounds in this fruit. Kiwi contains serotonin, vitamin C, and strong antioxidants. Serotonin helps calm the nerves and stabilize mood, while vitamin C and antioxidants reduce inflammation, a common cause of sleep disturbances in older adults. Interestingly, kiwi has a low natural sugar content, meaning it will not cause sudden spikes in blood sugar, making it an excellent choice for older adults, especially those managing diabetes. Some of my patients were skeptical at first, but after a few weeks of eating kiwi in the evening, they realized they were no longer waking up in the middle of the night. One patient told me, "I don't know why, but eating kiwi makes me feel calm and sleepy." I simply smiled, because that is the quiet power of nature, revealed through trust and patience. If you have never tried it, eat 2 kiwis about an hour before bed. Be consistent, and you will notice a difference, not only in your sleep, but in how refreshed you feel each morning. 5. Almonds, a small handful of strength. Almonds are among the healthiest nuts nature has given us. Inside their crisp shells are magnesium, plant-based protein, and monounsaturated fats, 3 golden elements that relax the nervous system and support steady, uninterrupted sleep. Magnesium in almonds acts as a natural tranquilizer, relaxing muscles, steadying the heartbeat, and easing anxiety. One of the most common reasons people wake up at night. Just a small handful, about 8 to 10 almonds, can make a noticeable difference. What I love most about almonds is their simplicity. They require no elaborate preparation, just a few lightly roasted nuts, chewed slowly, and you can feel warmth spreading gently within. For older adults, almonds also help stabilize nighttime blood sugar levels, preventing early morning awakenings caused by drops in glucose. When paired with yogurt or a banana, the effect becomes even stronger. A perfect blend of energy, minerals, and natural sleep hormones. 6. Walnuts, nourishing sleep from within. If almonds help you relax, walnuts protect your brain throughout the night. They contain natural melatonin and omega-3 fatty acids, essential nutrients for brain and nervous system function. Omega-3s not only reduce inflammation, but also improve the depth of sleep by enhancing communication between nerve cells and supporting serotonin production. When combined with a bit of oatmeal or banana, you get a golden pair that boosts melatonin's natural effects. Several studies in the United States have shown that people who regularly eat walnuts enjoy more consistent, restful sleep and are less likely to suffer from chronic insomnia. I often tell my patients, treat a few walnuts as a natural supplement for your brain and sleep. No prescription needed, yet capable of transforming your quality of life. You can crush walnuts and sprinkle them over oatmeal or mix them into yogurt. Delicious, light on digestion, and perfect for a late evening snack. 7. Yogurt, the bridge between gut health and restful sleep. Modern science increasingly confirms the close link between gut health and sleep quality. Yogurt is one of the clearest examples of this connection. It contains tryptophan, calcium, and probiotic bacteria, all of which directly affect how your body produces serotonin and melatonin. When your gut is healthy, these beneficial bacteria reduce inflammation, balance mood, and regulate the central nervous system. Many people are surprised to learn that most of the serotonin that keeps us calm and happy is produced not in the brain, but in the gut. That is why, when digestion is balanced, sleep naturally becomes deeper and more peaceful. I often recommend unsweetened Greek yogurt topped with a few slices of kiwi or banana. This combination provides probiotics and boosts tryptophan levels, preparing your body for a truly restful night. Yogurt is also gentle on the stomach, ideal for those with indigestion or sensitivity. A small cup, eaten slowly, is both a dessert and a natural remedy that calms the mind before bed. These 7 foods are more than nourishment. They are small rituals of self-care. When you eat slowly, savor the flavor. And remember that you are feeding your sleep from within. You are sending a message of love to your own body. Nature has never forgotten how to teach us to heal. Sometimes, in the rush of life, we simply forget to listen, and perhaps the peaceful sleep you have been searching for has been there all along. In a warm bowl of oats, a ripe banana, or a quiet cup of milk before the night begins. When it comes to sleep, many people think that eating the right foods is enough. But in truth, our bodies need an entire environment that helps them relearn how to relax naturally. If you choose sleep, supporting foods like oatmeal, bananas, or warm milk, remember to select natural options, free from refined sugar or saturated fat. Sugar and unhealthy fats can raise your heart rate, keeping your body awake instead of relaxed. Eat your light evening meal at least 45 minutes before bedtime. That window of time allows your digestive system to work gently, preventing bloating or acid reflux, 2 common reasons older adults wake up during the night. And finally, do not forget the space where you sleep. A quiet, cool room with soft lighting is a natural signal to your body that it is time to rest. Bright light, especially from phone or television screens, can suppress melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. So, turn off your devices, take a deep breath, and allow your body to drift into stillness. Sometimes, good sleep does not come from complicated things. It only requires a little patience, a little mindfulness, and an environment gentle enough for true rest. Sleep is not something we must fight for or force through willpower. It is more like a gift, a tender response from the body when it feels safe, cared for, and heard. After 60, you do not need sleeping pills or long, restless nights. You just need a few small changes, a bowl of warm oatmeal, a kiwi, or a light glass of milk before bed. Those simple acts can awaken your body's natural ability to heal itself. When you start paying attention to how you eat and how you rest, you are sending your body a message. I still care about you. And the body will answer with peace in every breath, with deeper, gentler sleep. Let nature do its part. You only need to trust and treat yourself kindly. If you find this video helpful, I invite you to subscribe to the Wellness Unfolds channel and share it with your loved ones, those who are also seeking peaceful sleep like you. Each share not only spreads knowledge, but also helps build a community of older adults who live in better health, calmness, and happiness. I am Dr. Sam Wells, and I believe that, at any age, we all deserve a peaceful, natural, and fulfilling night's sleep. Because sleep is not merely rest. It is the time when the body and the soul heal together.